Hello friends, Kurt Berglund with you on Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. We are continuing today with our King of the Hill tournament featuring Fall Classic Baseball. Don't forget to check out channel membership. The link to the information about channel membership is in the description for this video. All sorts of goodies. You get discounts on the secondary store, exclusive videos, free cards that I create every month, and lots more. The video archive is growing all the time exclusively for members, so a lot of fun stuff for you to check out. Today we are up to game number 16 in the King of the Hill tournament using Fall Classic Baseball. The 1977 Boston Red Sox are our current King of the Hill, and coincidentally, they are in first place in our tournament. They are hot, they are playing well, and they are mashing the ball, as the 1977 Red Sox basically need to do if they're going to win ball games. The opposition, we are at Fenway Park because the King of the Hill hosts the games, and the 77 Red Sox are the King of the Hill. They are hosting the 1980 World Series champion Philadelphia Phillies today. They defeated the Phillies the first go-around 5-4. They defeated Steve Carlton. This time it's Dick Ruthven providing the starting pitching for the Phillies, the right-hander who was, for the 1980 Phillies, I believe, a 17-game winner, 17-game winner, excuse me. And he was big down the stretch and in the playoffs for that club as the number 2 starter behind Steve Carlton. The Red Sox, it's their ace in 1977 and most of the 70s, Louis Tiant. So it's Phillies at the Red Sox. Let's get to today's starting lineups. Actually, let's hold off on the starting lineups for just a minute. We'll take a look at the standings. The Red Sox wins are all that counts here because the first team to 10 wins hosts the World Series. 77 Red Sox have 4 wins, so they're 40% of the way home. The 75 Reds and the 52 Yankees are in second place with 3 wins each. The 50 Phillies have 2 wins. That's good for third place. And we have 3 clubs with 1 win. The 74 A's, the 60 Pirates, and the 59 White Sox. There are 6 teams, and the 1980 Phillies are among them. There are 6 Phillies, 6 teams that have yet to register a win so far in the tournament. There is time, of course. All you need is a winning streak, and you can vault several spots. The problem is, of course, these are awfully good teams to build a winning streak against. All right, with all that said, now let's get to today's starting lineups. For the 1980 Phillies, leading off, it's left fielder Lonnie Smith. Batting second, first baseman Pete Rose. Batting third baseman Mike Schmidt. Batting fourth, flipped him around. Batting fourth, DH Greg Luzinski. Batting fifth, right fielder Bake McBride. Batting sixth, center fielder Gary Maddox. Batting seventh, second baseman Manny Trio. Batting eighth, catcher Bob Boone. And batting ninth, it's shortstop Larry Boa. On the mound, it's pitcher Dick Ruthven. He had 33 starts. In 1980, he had 6 complete games, and that was good for 223 innings of work. His record was 17-10 in the regular season. All right, for the Red Sox of 1977, Rick Burleson leads off at short. Fred Lynn bats second in center field. Jim Rice bats third. He'll be the DH. Carl Yastrzemski bats fourth. He's in left field. Batting fifth, it's the catcher, Carlton Fisk. Batting sixth, it's right fielder Dwight Evans. Batting seventh, it's first baseman George Scott. Batting eighth, second baseman Denny Doyle. Batting ninth, it's third baseman Butch Hobson. On the mound, it's Louis Tiant. 32 starts for Louis in 1977. 3 complete games, good for 189 innings of work. He was 12. and 8. And we are ready to go with our ball game today. For Fall Classic Baseball, we use 2 D6s. Occasionally we need a D20, and we use our fast action cards. We may need to consult our ballpark chart. Looks like that. And we are ready to go. Tiant has finished his warm-up tosses, and we are ready to go as Lonnie Smith steps in the batter's box at Fenway Park. And we are underway, and that will be an error check, unless he strikes him out, which he did not do. We got to check and see what kind of stuff Louis got. Louis Tiant has B stuff today. Dick Ruthven has A stuff. All right, so we'll check the error check. And that's going to be a chance for Butch Hobson. And that means, of course, only one thing. Everybody along the first base box seats is taking cover. He is an error 7. And he makes the play to George Scott for the out. So there's 1 out in the first, and we are underway in Boston. Pete Rose comes to the plate. Ready to go. Tiant whirls and deals. And Pete's going to take a whack at that one and hit it in the air to left field. Carl Yastrzemski coming on, and he's going to make the catch for out number 2 in the first. Now it's Mike Schmidt. With 2 outs and nobody aboard, the National League MVP in 1980 draws a walk. A 2-out walk for the Phillies gives them a base runner, and it's the bull, Greg Luzinski, coming to the plate. Tiant the stretch and the delivery. We have another error check, and that won't be a strikeout. So a 52 will be an error check for Rick Burleson. He's a 6, and he boots it into short left field. Schmidt stops at second. Luzinski legs it out, if that's the expression I'm looking for, to first base. There's 2 on now for Bake McBride. Tiant in a first inning dilemma. Tiant the stretch and the delivery to Bake. And there's a single for the Phillies right fielder. It goes to center field. Fred Lynn charges hard. Fires home. George Scott lets it go through to Fisk, and everybody holds. The bases are dripping with Phillies, Schmidt at third, Luzinski at second, and McBride at first. And Maddox comes up. Tiant the stretch. The pitch to Gary. Hey, struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Yes. That ends the first. The Phillies leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the first. No score at Fenway. Burleson, Lynn, and Rice coming for those tournament-leading 1977 Red Sox. Dick Ruthven with his A stuff today. Should be a good matchup against this hitting crew. The pitch to Burleson is grounded to Mike Schmidt at third. Schmitty to his left. He plants and throws to Rose for out number 1. Now it's Fred Lynn. Ruthven kicks and deals to Lynn. Lynn hits it on a line to Lonnie Smith, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Jim Rice, the DH in today's game. Ruthven winds and delivers. Rice swings and hits it on the ground to Schmidt. He gloves it by the third base bag and fires to Rose for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 first inning for Dick Ruthven. We go to the second with no score in Boston. Tiant will face Trio Boone and Boa, 7, 8, 9 in the Phillies batting order today. Dallas Green's batting order. Trio leads off. Tiant winds and deals. Manny hits it in the air to right field. Toward the line is Dwight Evans for out number 1. Here comes Bob Boone. Played hurt so much of the season in 1980. Batting stats were down a little bit. Line drive caught by Hobson. There's 2 down. That'll bring up Boa, the number 9 hitter in the order today for Dallas Green's Philadelphia Phillies. Tiant winds and deals to Boa. Larry swings. He hits it on the ground to Burleson. Rick gloves it and throws to George Scott, and that's going to retire the Phillies in inning number 2. 1-2-3 as Tiant recovers from a shaky first. We go to the second with no score. It's Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Evans coming for Boston. The 4-5-6 hitters in Don Zimmer's lineup. Ruthven kicks and deals to him. Ground ball, Rose. Pete's going to take it himself, and does for out number 1. Carlton Fisk. Grand slam in our last game. The pitch to him is going to be an error check unless he strikes him out, which he does not do. This is hit to Rose. We got to check Pete's error number. It's a 3. And Pete makes the play unassisted for the second put out in a row for the first baseman. Here's Dwight Evans. Ruthven winds and delivers to the right fielder for Boston today. Evans hits it on the ground. Broken bat job to Manny Trio. He gloves it and flips to Rose. That will retire the Red Sox in inning number 2. 2 quick ones for Dick Ruthven. We go to the third. It's the Phillies nothing and the Red Sox nothing. Top of Philadelphia's batting order coming in the top of the third. Lonnie Smith, Pete Rose, and Mike Schmidt coming up for the Phillies in the third. Tiant winds and deals. And he hit him. He hits Lonnie Smith. Lonnie goes down to first base. Let's see what Dallas Green decides to do now. Lonnie can run a little bit. Might put a play on. Okay. Rose comes up there. All sorts of signs being flashed by Phillies third base coach. Tiant the stretch, the pitch to Pete. There goes Smith, and it's hit to right field. Dwight Evans on the run. Lonnie Smith's got to put on the brakes. He does, and he's sprinting back to first. Dwight Evans fires back that way, but Smith is safe. Sliding, and the hit and run doesn't work. Now it's Schmidt. Gonna try and get the jump and send him now. Lonnie Smith in 1980 had 33 stolen bases, so they're gonna send him. Let's see if he gets the jump. Tiant has an average hold, so he is a 1-2 to hold him. He does not hold him. There goes Lonnie Smith. Now we got to check Fisk's arm. Carlton Fisk's arm is average, so there's no adjustment to Smith's stolen base rating, which is a 14. Schmidt takes the pitch. There goes Lonnie. The throw from Fisk down to Denny Doyle is not in time. Smith slides in head first with a stolen base. Schmidt is down in the count, 0-1. The pitch to him from Tiant is a base hit for Mike Schmidt. Around third comes Lonnie Smith. Evans' throw is going to go into second base, and it's an RBI single for the Phillies' third baseman. It's 1-0 Philadelphia. So the stolen base pays off. Smith scores on the single from Mike Schmidt. Here's the bull. Greg Luzinski, as the Red Sox infield thinks about a double play. Tiant the stretch and the delivery to the bull. This is hit in the air to center field. Fred Lynn is under it and makes the catch as Schmidt returns to first. 2 down. And now Bake McBride. Bake is 1 for 1. The pitch from Tiant is another base hit. Around second, this goes to left center field. Yastrzemski cuts it off, but Schmidt is heading to third. Yaz makes his throw into second, and there's Phillies at the corners now with 2 outs. Gary Maddox comes up. He is 0 for 1. Tiant the stretch, and the pitch to the center fielder is a line shot caught by Doyle, and that's going to end the inning. He got good wood on it, but it didn't get through. It didn't find a hole. We go to the bottom of the third. The Phillies get 1 on 2 hits. They leave 2. After 2.5, it's Philadelphia 1, Boston nothing. Bottom third of the Red Sox order coming up. Scott, Doyle, and Hobson, righty, lefty, righty. In Don Zimmer's lineup. Ruthven has retired the first 6 Red Sox in a row to start this game. Ruthven kicks and deals to the boomer. And Scott swings and hits it on the ground to Larry Bowe at short. He fires to first, and they get the boomer by 14 steps. 1 down in the third. Here's Denny Doyle. Ruthven winds and deals. Doyle draws a walk. First base runner for the Red Sox. Brings up Hobson. Phillies lead 1-0. There's 1 out and 1 on in the Red Sox third. The pitch to Butch. Comebacker to Ruthven. Boa's relay throw to Rose is not in time, so Ruthven goes to Boa to retire Doyle at second base, but Hobson beats the rap at first. And with 2 outs and Hobson at first now, it'll be Burleson. Ruthven the stretch and the delivery. That's a range to the kitchen. I smell gas. It's a range check. Okay, let's see if he strikes him out first of all. He does not. The range check will be for Mike Schmidt. And Schmidt's range is a 13. Mike gloves it to his left, plants and throws to Rose, and that's going to retire the Red Sox in the third. We've played 3 complete. Phillies 1, Boston nothing. Red Sox came back in our last game, came from behind to beat the Mets. See if they can do it here today. It's Trio, Boone, and Boa coming up against Tiant in the Philadelphia fourth. Tiant winds and deals to the Phillies second baseman, and this is going to be trouble. Extra bases down the left field line. Carl Yastrzemski's got to go dig it out of the corner. Trio around first, heading to second with a leadoff double, and now it's Bob Boone. Phillies have something going. Tiant the stretch, the pitch to Booney. There's a base hit for Bob Boone. To center field. And stopping at third will be Trio. There's Phillies at the corners with nobody out in the fourth inning. Action starts in the Boston bullpen. Bob Stanley is not available today due to overuse. In the bullpen for Boston, it's Mike Paxton, a right-hander, starting to throw. Boa is up there now with Trio at third and Boone at first. Infield is playing for a double play. Tiant the stretch, and the pitch to Boa is a base hit. Goes to right field. Stopping at second is Boone. Scoring from third is Trio, and it's 2-0 Philadelphia. They've got an inning going because there's nobody out. Boone at second and Boa at first. Tiant takes a minute to rub up a new baseball, and Lonnie Smith comes to the plate. It's 2-0 Philadelphia. Lonnie is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and stole a base and then scored a run in the last inning. The pitch to Lonnie. Hey, struck him out on a bender. 2 strikeouts for Louis Tiant now. And he's got his first out in the 4th. Here comes Pete Rose. They're looking for a double play from Pete. He's 0 for 2 in this game. Tiant the stretch and the pitch to him. Pete makes contact. It goes to center field. Fred Lynn into right center is going to make the catch. Boone is tagging at second, and he's holding there. Mike Schmidt will come to the plate now with Boone still at second and Boa at first. 2 outs in the 4th. 2-0 Philadelphia. Schmidt singled and drove in a run last inning. Tiant the stretch and the pitch to Schmitty. This will be a base hit for Schmidt. Goes to left field. They are going to send Boone with 2 outs on this single. The throw is coming home from Yastrzemski to Fisk, and they got him. They get Boone at the plate. It's a 7-2 put out. Schmidt with a 2-out single, but Boone cut down at the plate 7-2. So the Phillies settle for a run on 4 hits in the inning. They leave 2. After 3.5, it's Philadelphia 2, Boston 0. Dick Ruthven coming back out. He has allowed no safeties to these Red Sox mashers. So far in this game, he has walked 1. Denny Doyle, the only base runner, a walk last inning in the bottom of the 3rd. All right, now Ruthven with a 2-run cushion, pitching to Lynn, then Rice, then Yaz, 2, 3, 4 hitters in Don Zimmer's lineup in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch is grounded to Rose. To his right, he gloves it. He's going to feed Ruthven covering, and there's 1 down in the 4th. Now it's Rice, who's 0 for 1. Ruthven winds and deals to Jim Rice, and there's a base hit. It's the first of the game for the Red Sox to left field. Lonnie Smith collects it and throws it back in. 1 out, 1 on for Boston. Here's Yaz. He's 0 for 1. Ruthven the stretch and the delivery to the Boston left fielder. Ground ball, Manny Trio. Is Rice fast? Yes, he is. No play at second. Trio flips to Rose at first to retire Yastrzemski. So Rice moves up 90 feet. There's 2 outs now for Fisk. Ruthven the stretch checks Rice at second base. The pitch home to Fisk. Hey, struck him out on a dead fish changeup. That will retire the side with Dick Ruthven's first strikeout. We go to the 5th. Philadelphia 2, Boston 0. Luzinski, McBride, and Maddox coming up for Philadelphia in the 5th. Good time to think about stamina. Louis Tiant can face 28 hitters before fatigue may become an issue. He has faced 21 to this point. All right, the pitch to the bull. Tiant whirls and deals. Hey, struck him out. 1 gone. The broccoli cauliflower medley with a little nacho cheese. Yes. Bake McBride is 2 for 2. Tiant winds and deals to Bake McBride. Base hit to center field. 3rd hit for Bake. Fred Lynn collects it and throws it back in. Gary Maddox comes up. Tiant the stretch. The delivery to Maddox. There goes McBride, and the hit and run is on. Ground ball to Rick Burleson. No play at second. Rick's going to fire to Scott at first to retire Maddox. McBride moves to scoring position now with 2 outs for Trio. Manny is 1 for 2. He'd love to drive in another insurance run, or as they say in Central Illinois, insurance. And the pitch. Manny hits it in the air to left. Carl Yastrzemski waiting and takes it for out number 3. So the Phillies get a base runner but don't bring him around to score. We're halfway through this one. Philadelphia 2, Boston nothing. Bottom of the 5th coming. It's Evans, Scott, and Doyle, 6, 7, 8 batters for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 5th. Ruthven kicks and deals, and this is to left and deep. Monster time. Lonnie Smith to the wall, and it's gone. A 2-1 lead for Philadelphia now, just like that. George Scott up. Nobody out, bottom of the 5th. The pitch from Ruthven. Ground ball, Larry Boa cuts it off from going up the middle, plants and throws to Rose at first for out number 1. Here's Denny Doyle. He walked in the 3rd. He was the first Red Sox base runner. The pitch from Ruthven. Hey, struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley with a little nacho cheese. Gassy. 2 strikeouts for Ruthven. Here's Hobson up now, 0 for 1. Ruthven. He struck him out. Baked beans. Yes. 3 strikeouts for the Phillies right-hander. Ends the 5th. We go to the 6th. The Red Sox have cut the lead in half. It's 2-1 Phillies. Boone, Boa, and Lonnie Smith coming up in the Phillies 6th. 8-9-1 with Louis Tiant's stamina quickly diminishing. Mike Paxton is throwing again in the Red Sox bullpen. Bob Boone is 1 for 2. The pitch from Tiant. Ground ball. Denny Doyle to his left, cuts it off from going into right field, plants and throws to George Scott. They get Bob Boone by 14 steps. Here's Larry Boa. 1 for 2. The pitch. Base hit for Boa to left field. Sneaks past Burleson's glove. Yastrzemski collects it and throws it back in, and that's going to bring up Lonnie Smith with 1 out and 1 on for the Phillies. Tiant the stretch. The pitch to Lonnie. Base hit for Smith. This goes to left field. Boa is going to try for 3rd. Yastrzemski throwing, and he got him at 3rd base. So Boa trying to advance first to 3rd. Yastrzemski fires to Hobson, and that will retire Boa. Lonnie Smith hangs on at first. There's 2 outs now for Pete Rose, who's 0 for 3. Smith is going to try for that jump. Oh, wait. Tiant is now fatigued. Here comes Don Zimmer out of the dugout. We're going to get a new Boston pitcher, and it's going to be Paxton. So Tiant goes 5 2/3. He allows 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hits. He walks 1, he hits 1 batter, he strikes out 3, and he allows 2 runs, although Lonnie Smith at first is also his responsibility. The runs he allowed were earned. Paxton is on. 29 games in 1977, 12 starts, 2 complete, 108 innings, a 10-5 record, and he was a right-hander. Let's see what kind of stuff he's got. He has A stuff, and he can go 19 batters before stamina is an issue for him. So he's going to try and hold Lonnie Smith close, and he does. The next delivery to Rose be a ballpark check. Pete's a left-handed batter against Paxton. Popped up. Drifting toward the third base side. Butch Hobson to the railing. It's out of play. Somebody from Nashua, New Hampshire made that play. And Rose is back in there. The pitch from Paxton to Pete is grounded to George Scott at first. He's going to flip to Paxton covering, and that will retire the Phillies in inning number 6. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We got a good game here. It's 2-1 Philadelphia over Boston. Ruthven's stamina is 32, and he has faced 18 to this point, so he's doing okay. Top of the order for the Red Sox. In the bottom of the 6th, it's Burleson, Lynn, and Rice. The pitch to the Rooster. Comes in on him. Jam job by Ruthven, and Burleson hits it out to center. Here comes the Secretary of Defense, Gary Maddox, to make the catch, and there's 1 down in the Boston 6th. Lynn is 0 for 2. The pitch from Ruthven. Lynn swings and grounds it to Pete Rose. He's going to take it himself, and there's 2 down. Now it's Jim Rice, 1 for 2. Ruthven kicks and deals to Rice. Base hit for Rice to left field. He just muscled it over Larry Boa's head. Lonnie Smith throws it back in, and that'll bring up Yaz. He's 0 for 2. The pitch. Hit to center. Gonna drive Maddox back a few steps, but Gary's got room, and he puts it away for out number 3. We've played 6 complete, and it's Philadelphia 2, Boston 1. Schmidt, Luzinski, and McBride coming up against 23-year-old reliever Mike Paxton here in the top of the 7th. Schmidt's 2 for 2. The pitch is to left and deep. Back goes Carl Yastrzemski to the track, and he makes the catch. 1 more biscuit for breakfast. And the Phillies double their lead, but no, here comes the bull, Greg Luzinski, 0 for 3. The pitch, ballpark check. For the bull, a right-handed batter. It's popped up. Drifting toward the seats. George Scott over to take a look, but it's out of play. Somebody from Asbury Park, New Jersey just grabbed that foul ball. And it's the bull in there again. The pitch from Paxton, 54 chart. Fly ball to left. This is for Yastrzemski. He will make the catch for out number 2. And Bake McBride, who's 3 for 3, stands in now against Paxton. Paxton winds and deals, and this is to right and deep. And Evans in front of the track has room, and he will make the catch for out number 3. So Paxton retires 4 up and 4 down. little bit of an adventure with a couple of those fly balls, but he got the job done. We go to the bottom of the 7th. No sign of Neil Diamond or no sounds of Sweet Caroline here in Boston. Carlton Fisk, Dwight Evans, and George Scott coming up against Dick Ruthven, who's throwing a 3-hitter, but one of the 3 hits was a home run by Dwight Evans to account for the Red Sox scoring. The Phillies are leading 2-1. The pitch is another ballpark check. And 54 chart, wildest section. Oh boy. Fly ball to center, caught by Gary Maddox. If it's a 1, the left fielder is hurt. If it's a 2-5, no one is hurt. And if it's a 6, the ball is jarred loose for a double, and the center fielder is hurt. No one is hurt. Maddox makes the catch, and there's 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Now it's Evans. Dwight is 1 for 2. The pitch is an error check unless he strikes him out, which he doesn't do. The error check is 4. Pete Rose at first. Believe he's a 4. He's a 3. No error. Pete makes the play himself, and there are 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. Ruthven throwing a gem. George Scott coming up, 0 for 2 in the game. Ruthven kicks and deals. Scott, struck him out. He humped up on that fastball. We go to the 8th. Your score, 1980 Phillies 2, 1977 Red Sox 1. Paxton out for his 2nd full inning of work. He'll face Maddox, Trio, and Boone. The bullpen for Boston is going. It's Bill Campbell is cooking for Don Zimmer in case Paxton runs into trouble. Maddox, Trio, and Boone. Here's the pitch to Gary Maddox. Is going to be a 54 chart. Fly ball to left. That's for Yastrzemski, and he's got it for out number 1. Manny Trio now, 1 for 3. Paxton kicks and deals, and there's a base hit for Trio to left field. Yastrzemski throws it back in. 5 in a row retired by Paxton. That string is now broken, and Bob Boone comes to the plate. 1 out, 1 on for Philadelphia. Double play depth for the infield. Boone is 1 for 3. The pitch from Paxton. Hit on the ground to Hobson. He goes to Doyle for 1, and the relay to Scott is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 5-4-3 around the horn double play started by none other than Butch Hobson. We go to the bottom of the 8th with your score, Philadelphia 2, Boston 1. It's Doyle, Hobson, and Burleson coming up in the 8th for Boston, and they need to rally or they will no longer be the king of the hill. By the way, the winner of this game will host the 1960 Pittsburgh Pirates in our next game. All right, so Bernie Carbo is coming off the bench to hit for Denny Doyle against Dick Ruthven. In the Philadelphia bullpen, there is now activity. It's Ron Reed and Tug McGraw, lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way Dallas Green likes it whenever he's in the hub. And Butch Hobson is in the on-deck circle. Dick Ruthven kicks and deals. Carbo swings and hits it in the air to right and deep. Bake McBride, warning track, makes the catch for out number 1, and the Phillies are 5 outs away from becoming the new king of the hill. Ruthven winds and deals to Hobson. We got a range chat to the kitchen. Oh my God, I smell gas. Hey, struck him out on a bender. Strikeout number 5 for Ruthven. He's throwing a 3-hitter through 7 2/3. Now it's Burleson. Rick is 0 for 3. And hey, struck him out. Pork and beans. Gas. We go to the 9th. With your score, Phillies 2, Red Sox 1. Smith and Rose coming up 9-1-2 in the Phillies 9th as they look for insurance against Mike Paxton, who's in for his 3rd full inning of work. Boa's 2 for 3. The pitch to Larry, he hits it down the left field line, and Yastrzemski's got to go chase it down in the corner. Boa's got a lead-off double. Here comes Zimmer, and that's going to be it for Paxton. He wants Bill Campbell, and he wants him right now. So, Mike Paxton goes 2 1/3 innings. Allows 2 hits, no runs so far, although Boa at second is his responsibility. Bill Campbell, 69 games in 1977, 140 innings, 13-9 record with 31 saves. When this season got done, Bill Campbell's right arm was about 4 feet longer than his left arm. All right. He's in there to face Lonnie Smith now. Rose is on deck. His stuff is C stuff. That's not good news for Boston, as they're counting on Campbell to hold the fort here in the 9th. There's no other activity in the Red Sox bullpen. It's all on Bill Campbell to hold Philadelphia where they're at and hope there can be a 9th inning rally. Lonnie Smith is 1 for 3. The pitch to him, hit in the air to right, but not deep. Dwight Evans is there, and he's going to make the catch. Tagging is Boa, and holding is Boa. Now it's Rose. 1 out. Campbell the stretch, checks Boa, the pitch home. Error check unless he strikes Pete out, which he does not do. An error check going to the exotic chart. So first we've got to see if he makes the error. It's Fisk. His error number is a 1. He does not make an error. He makes the play for out number 2. Now it's Schmidt. Two for 3 for Mike. Campbell the stretch and the pitch, and he hits it to left and deep. Back goes Yastrzemski to the wall, and it's over the monster. A 2-run bomb for Schmidt. It's 4-1 Philadelphia. And the 60 Pirates are getting on their plane for Philadelphia. Luzinski has an 0 for 4 collar. The pitch to him. Hit to center. Fred Lynn in his tracks is going to make the catch for out number 3, but the Phillies get 2 on 2 hits. One of them a bomb from Mike Schmidt. And we go to the bottom of the 9th with your score. Phillies 4, Red Sox 1. The good news for the Red Sox, they have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Dick Ruthven can do 32 batters. He has faced 28. McGraw and Reed are ready. Lynn, Rice, and Yaz, the 2, 3, 4 hitters, are up for Boston in the bottom of the 9th. The 1980 Phillies lead this game 4-1 over the 77 Red Sox. The winner will host the 1960 Pirates and left-hander Harvey Haddix for the Pirates in our next game. The pitch from Ruthven to Lynn. 54 chart. Base hit to left. Lonnie Smith, I forgot to replace him for defense. Not good. He's an error 12. He boots it. So it's a single and an E7 that sends Lynn to second base, and they're going to get him out of there now because they've got about 4 outfielders on the bench, all of whom can play the outfield better than Lonnie Smith. So it's going to be Greg Gross going out to left field and embarrassing Lonnie Smith by taking him out in the middle of the inning, and Dallas Green doesn't care. All right, so Greg Gross will be the new left fielder in the bottom of the ninth. And Luzinski's thinking, I'm glad that's not me. All right, so nobody out. Rice is up. McGraw and Reed have started to throw with a little bit more spirit. And Ruthven the stretch checks Lynn at second. The pitch home to Rice is going to be ball 4. He walked him. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate, and that's going to bring Dallas Green out of the dugout. He wants Tug, and he wants him right now. So a single, an error, and a walk. Put runners at first and second for Boston in the bottom of the ninth, and bring the tying run to the plate in Yaz. Ruthven's day goes like this. 8+ innings, 4 hits allowed, 1 home run, walked 2, struck out 6, allowed 1 run so far. It was earned. He can only win this game. He cannot lose it. Tug McGraw is on 57 games in 1980, 92 innings, a 5-4 record, with 20 saves and basically unhittable in the second half of the season. Let's see what kind of stuff Tug has. He has C stuff, but his card is still pretty darn good, even at that. Carl Yastrzemski is 0 for 3. The Phillies infield is playing for a double play. Fisk is on deck. The pitch to Yaz is a ballpark check. Left-handed batter, Yastrzemski. Over near the stands is Mike Schmidt in foul territory, and he makes the catch for out number 1. That's a big one right there. Here comes Fisk at 0 for 3. Evans on deck. Tug the stretch, and the delivery to Fisk is ball 4. He walked him. They're loaded. Bases are dripping with Red Sox, and here comes Dwight Evans. Scott is on deck. There's 1 out. Infield playing for 2. The winning run is at the plate in Evans. McGraw the stretch. The pitch to him. Hey, struck him out on the Cuddy Sark fastball. 2 down in the bottom of the ninth. That makes George Scott the last chance saloon for not only the Red Sox in this game, but the Red Sox continuing for now as the king of the hill. McGraw the stretch checks Lynn at third, Rice at second, Fisk at first. Scott is 0 for 3. The pitch home to him. Hey, struck him out on a bender, and the Phillies win the game and become our new king of the hill with a 4-1 victory over the 77 Red Sox. Let's give you the totals for the victorious Phillies. 4 runs, 13 base hits, could have been worse for Boston, and 1 ghastly error that ended up not costing them. The Red Sox 1 run on just 4 hits. Ruthven was in charge. They committed 1 error. It did not figure in the scoring. The winning pitcher is Dick Ruthven. He becomes 1-0 in this tournament. Tug McGraw gets his first save. The losing pitcher, Louis Tiant, he becomes, I believe, he drops to 1-1, but let me double check. Yes, he drops to 1-1. Our next game will be the 1980 Phillies hosting the 1960 Pirates. It's going to be Bob Walk, the rookie right-hander, on the mound for Philadelphia against left-handed veteran Harvey Haddix for the 1960 Pirates. I hope you'll join me. Don't forget to check out channel membership. Follow the link in the description for my video here, and you can find out all the good stuff that you get. Appreciate your support of my channel, my friends. I do appreciate it very much. This is Game 16 of the King of the Hill tournament. So the Phillies are now tied for 4th place with 1 win, with the 74 A's, the 60 Pirates, and the 59 White Sox. So one of these teams will vault into 3rd place after our next game. Hope you have a good day. So long, everybody.